Thank you, everyone. I now invite student volunteers to sing the invocation song Tamil Thai Valtu and Vande Matram.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரிதனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே. மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் சுஜலாம் சுஃபலாம் மலயஜ शीतलाम् सस्य श्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरं शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुगदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
I now invite the head of the department, Professor Nallai Rasu, to address this August assembly.
Remote or we'll use only by hand. Okay. Very good evening to all. Chief guest for this year departmental degree distribution program, Sri C. Madhavan, Executive Director, ONGC, invitees, faculty and staff colleagues, students and parents. It gives me great pleasure in welcoming you all to this department level 59th Convocation of IIT Madras. This year we are delighted to have Sri Madhavan with his busy schedule. He has agreed to come and be with us for this graduation ceremony and share his thoughts. I welcome Sri Madhavan on behalf of Department of Ocean Engineering and IIT Madras. As you know, IIT Madras has sustained the #1 NIRF ranking among engineering institutes for the 6th consecutive year since its inception. It has also retained the #1 position in overall category for the 3rd consecutive year and ranked #2 in the country as a research institution. I am proud to report that we are also ranked 45th in marine and ocean engineering, subject ranking by academic ranking of world universities, and 38th rank in the QS World Ranking in petroleum engineering. I congratulate the students, faculty, staff, and of the department for maintaining high standards and rising to the bar every year. This year, we will be awarding 26 BTech, 21 dual degree BTech MTech in naval architecture and ocean engineering, 33 MTech in ocean engineering, ocean technology, and petroleum engineering jointly combined, and 5 MS degrees and 9 PhD degrees under the research-based program. Our current faculty strength is 23, with 2 emeritus professors included, in 3 broad domains of expertise. We have naval architecture, ocean engineering, and also petroleum engineering as part of our department. Would like to just mention that we have a new entrant faculty, Dr. Arjun Jagannathan, last year. Basically joined our department. With the support of 8 ministerial and technical staff, we have been running our BTech program and 3 MTech programs. One ocean structures and basically ocean technology and management and petroleum engineering, and also the research-based program in MS PhD. Our current total student strength is 571, with 231 as BTech, 61 dual degree BTech MTech, 81 MTech, 47 MS, and 151 PhD, including 12 PMRF students and one postdoctoral fellow. So with that statistics, I would like to just mention a few achievements of the department. Not complete list, but at least I would give a glimpses of what we have achieved in the last academic year. During the last 2 years pandemic, we had a very difficult time in maintaining some of these, the largest hydrodynamic facilities in our country. You would have already seen that during your period of study in the department. The hydrodynamic facilities in the department have gone through a good amount of upgradation, revamping, especially with the support of technicians and staff and very hard-working faculty to keep up, make sure that they are running. This becomes very much part of our research work for the PhD and the MS scholars. Of course, for BTech, MTech also. We also hosted for the first time the Oceans 22 conference during February 21-24. We had more than 500 participants all over the world, all over, both online, offline. But 500 is a very big number for hosting a conference, especially just after the pandemic. The conference was held in our country for the first time, because it was most of the time was conducted in other countries. And would like to mention the several achievements, especially with regards to membership and associate editorship of faculty members in various reputed journals. You will see the list is quite big, so that's why I have put it in a PowerPoint. So members, editorial board members, as well as associate editors of various good journals which normally we publish, means we have a good reputation there. Faculty members also have been appointed as academic council members in universities, expert committee members in colleges other than IIT, and have obtained several honors and awards. The list is for us to see there. Our research scholars have also bagged 11 awards and prizes, including best paper awards presented during conferences outside the institution, not in our institute, and have also obtained prizes and awards from Institute Day and Convocation. So basically that includes scientific publications are one of the important measure, or I would say very basic parameter that gives us where we are with respect to doing basic research. So scientific publications in the department, the last academic year we had 116, which is something like 30% increment or jump from the previous year. And if you look at the average, we have about 5 per faculty, though we have about 23 faculty, but you will see that that 5 per faculty per year is something we should be proud of, because it's higher than the institute average. The next thing I would like to just highlight is, of course, what we need to see is where do we publish. Now, if you look at it, there are many journals available for us to publish. But if you look at the journals that we have been publishing in our department, especially the the number of articles that was published in international journals with a high impact factor, you will see we are almost the first three. Ocean Engineering is one of the best journal that I think most of you must be knowing. Then Ships and Offshore Structures and Applied Ocean Research. Of course, other journals, the number of articles are little bit less. And also, IIT system allows us, most of you might have enjoyed the similar, that you have been given a good amount of funding to travel to various international conferences. So we have always been supporting students and scholars to attend these conferences. And if you see that the conference papers, of course this is not for the last one academic year, this is for the last 5 years. Basically IEEE is one of the best conference I think you will know, and ICO and OMAE. Most of our research scholars regularly attend this OMAE conference, wherein you interact with international faculties. Our faculty were involved in conducting various research activities which are basically into the new areas or new frontiers, such as flapping foil, the propulsion system is in fact is something that is a new attempt. Roll motion stabilization using Bilskis, gyro stabilizers, and underwater optical communication systems. It's basically is one of the new niche areas coming up. And also pile supported breakwater, especially for deep water where the rock dumping breakwaters are quite difficult to construct or maybe too expensive. So these are some of the very few. If you have to list all, we need several slides. And also in the front of petroleum engineering, our faculty has been in the forefront of applying some new technologies, especially for oil and gas discoveries using microbial enhanced oil recovery and 3D seismic inversion method, to just highlight a few. One of the, always our director used to say, the lab to field transformation is one of the important activity that needs to be looked at every time when we do research. So I just would like to mention here, that the vision of our Prime Minister is Atmanirbhar, basically focusing on delivering to the real world from the lab. So one of the systems that we have developed is basically the structural integrity management system, which will be inaugurated by Director Offshore tomorrow. In fact, to mention, was developed in our department for the reducing life cycle cost during the management of old platforms. And also the vessel traffic management system. Some of you might not be knowing, but it is a very important system for the ports to manage incoming and outgoing vessels, and that was also developed under the National Center for Ports. Since it's basically department faculty has always been in forefront since I was a student here in assisting industry, both the government and private sectors, basically in a very intensive way, because those days, if you look at 70s and 80s, the ocean engineering naval architecture, you won't find anybody in the country. Those days our faculty used to assist considerably, and notable contributions in the past convocations was mentioned, but what I'm just giving here, the last year we did two important projects. One of them is the Eastern Godavari Basin project. I was involved from starting to of course up to its installation, and also have been working on several ONGC projects. I just wanted to show you a glimpse of how difficult for the graduates when you go and basically practice. This is a kind of I would say the challenge that you will be facing, that in a marine environment, unlike on land, what you are doing is completely different, the risk associated. So you see here both the naval architects, structural engineers, and environmental hydrodynamic specialists. Everyone should work together for a success of this type of project, wherein if you lose it, the loss is too high to take. And this is one of the project where the vertical launching was done, and that's why I wanted to show you just a video, 1 minute video. And especially in shallow water. The weight of this is 10,000 tons. So it comes back to vertical position, normally horizontal. Continuing with it, basically from the time that Ocean Engineering Center was formed in initial days and transformed into Department of Ocean Engineering in 70s, our faculty, my teachers, continue to support the industry and government PSUs considerably, and we have been involved in several infrastructure projects, especially my teachers both in East Coast and West Coast, on coastal protection, port development. The last year we have done several projects, but just wanted to highlight a few of them. Basically on the port sector as well, we are very strong and, continue to provide support to the country. If you go around, you will find most of them from Department of Ocean Engineering. On the knowledge generation and dissemination of, the information and the subject matters to the public domain and public at large, we have been doing quite well by publishing books. Last year we have published 12 books and 2 book chapters, 4 patents, and that has contributed considerably to the vision of publishing more books. Faculty have also conducted short-term courses. In fact, last year was less because of pandemic, but earlier years we used to conduct considerable number of short-term courses for offshore as well as the port and harbor systems or industry. The last one basically is the most important aspect of department development and conducting research as well as supporting. The statistics indicate that even during pandemic we did not slow down. We have actually done very well. The last year we have received 48 sponsored projects, 152 consultancy projects, 21 research-based projects worth 76 crore. With 23 faculty, we were able to do this. It's a great achievement, I would try to mention. Before concluding my speech, I would like to congratulate all the graduates, prize winners from our department. Now I have seen, I think most of you have come, and may God bless you in your future endeavors. Thank you. We'll go back to the first slide.
Thank you, Professor Nallarasu. I now invite Professor Rajiv Sharma to introduce our chief guest.
Thank you. Good evening to all of you. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce our distinguished chief guest. Mr. C. Madhavan is an executive director in ONGC, holding the position of asset manager of Mumbai High, which is the largest oil producing asset of ONGC and also in the country. He has very rich experience of 35 years in ONGC, managing both offshore and onshore locations in diverse roles, including almost all facets of the company. He was involved in operations, well engineering, field development plans, project management. He is mechanical engineer by training, joined ONGC as an assistant executive engineer in the production discipline. He started his career in the Narimanam in Kaveri field in the year of 1987. He worked in different capacities and gained valuable experience in well completion, workover operations till 1997. His contribution and potential was recognized by the company at a very early stage, and he was awarded the prestigious Chairman's Young Executive Award in 1992. He joined the offshore, that is Mumbai Offshore, High Field in 1997. He was involved in process platform and performed roles of wellhead engineer and rose to the level of installation manager in process platform and worked there for the next 10 years, up to 2008. He has contributed immensely for the enhancement of oil production using the field development projects. utilizing the ideas like horizontal drilling, intelligent well completions, implementation of artificial lift, along with electrical submersible pumps for the first time in India, and especially in the domain of offshore oil producing wells. For all these services, he was conferred with the Chairman's Special Award in 2007. Later in 2008, he was posted in the Assam, eastern region, one of the biggest onshore location in India, which is known for oil production. There he gained valuable experience in managing onshore wells, installations, compressor stations. There, for his distinguished services, he was recognized as Asset Managers Award, and also Assam Renewal Project was awarded to him. Again, he was brought back to Mumbai High offshore and assigned with many field responsibilities such as process manager, offshore installation manager, location manager, area manager, surface manager, and he rose to the position of asset manager. He was awarded Chairman's Manager of the Year Award in 2017. Apart from the field experience, field expertise which he has developed over a long period of time in the oil and gas production, he is also a OPTICO certified controlling emergency expert. He is also a certified project management professional from PMI USA. He has undergone senior management programs in different European countries like France, Germany, Netherlands, and Switzerland, organized by the MDI Gurgaon. He has also undergone leadership programs for senior executive, organized by IIM Kolkata. Apart from this, he has one more qualification, and I must admit that so far he has not learned the art of saying no to us. Whenever he requests him something, he always comes, he obliges. And with this, we are very grateful to him. We are grateful to him because he has agreed to come here, address you, despite his hectic schedule. And you must know that India is facing tremendous issue on the production side, and there's a pressure from the government to increase the production, and Mumbai High is one of our lifeline when it comes to oil and gas. It is also the company, Maharatna, one of the best company India has produced. So with these words, I request sir to deliver his presidential address. Please come.
Thank you, Mr. Sharma. Professor Nalayarasu, Faculty of Ocean Engineering Department, the graduating students, parents of the students, ladies and gentlemen. A very good rather evening to you all. Let me start with conveying my heartiest congratulations and best wishes to the graduates, postgraduates, research scholars who are receiving their degrees today. It is a special day for you and a milestone. I thank you all, especially the director of IIT Madras, for inviting me to this degree distribution program of Department of Ocean Engineering. I am really honored, and it's my privilege to be here to address the elite students, elite in the sense of intelligence and accomplishment, in the hallowed premises of IIT Madras. After hearing the inspiring speech of Mr. N. Chandrasekhar in the morning convocation, I don't know what I am going to say to inspire you all, but still I'll try my best. Maybe I'll say something offbeat. I do not know whether I am qualified to address and give words of advice to such an august students. The invitation letter from IIT director says that I am supposed to share my thoughts. Let me begin by saying that I may not qualify to share my thoughts as someone who has achieved something in my professional career so far. I have not achieved anything great. However, I may clear the bar as someone who had the potential to reach many summits, but fell just short of reaching those summits. So hence I can share my thoughts on how not to end up missing the many possible summits in your life. I hail from a place called Charan Mahadevi in Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu. I did my schooling there only, and I did my higher secondary in Tirunelveli, then did my engineering in mechanical engineering from College of Engineering Gindi, which is just on the same road as your IIT. I passed out in the year 1985. I was an average student, but had I worked hard, maybe I would have come on top. I had the potential, I know that. I'll also fault with me for, being inclined to procrastination and a little philosophical about life right from my early ages. After my graduation, I tried unsuccessfully to enroll into IIM. I was selected. I was called for interview in IIM A, B, and C, but I couldn't convert them into admission. I also tried my luck with civil services. Again, I reached the stage of interview, but failed to get selected. And in ONGC, though I had an excellent career growth so far, miles ahead of my batchmates, still the top is elusive to me. From my experience, I would say that there are three things which everyone needs to achieve the goals. Number one is the passion about what you want to achieve. Number two, unwavering focus on the goal and working towards it every moment of your life. The third one is the base skill set and knowledge, which you all have. You can also add things like thinking and dreaming big, being curious about everything, be excited about life, question everything, and never settling down. There are certain factors which might pull you down from the goals. That is procrastination, and as I said already, being philosophical about life and an young age. Don't procrastinate. You have but one life. Also, my advice would be, don't be philosophical about don't be philosophical about life when you are young, because you may not achieve the success, the so-called worldly success. If you are, then you will be forced to be philosophical in your twilight years to justify your failures. I would like to quote some great men that one can get inspired by. Steve Jobs, as you all know, the founder of Apple. He was known for his passion and perfection in his creations. I guess some of you might have listened to his commencement speech in Stanford in the year 2005. Some of you might have listened to it. I would like to repeat those three things which he mentioned in his speech there. Number one is trust in something, your gut, your destiny, life, karma, whatever you say, but follow your heart. Second is love and loss. Your work is going to fill up a large part of your life. Find out what you love to do and keep looking, and don't settle till you find it. Third, he talks about death. Live life as if today is the last day of your life. Your time is limited. Don't waste it in living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion to drown out your inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Stay hungry and stay foolish. The famous words of Steve Jobs. I don't know how many of you read his biography. Please read it. It's about 600-page book. It has a lot of insights to you. He also said that people who are crazy to think that they can change the world are the ones, in fact, they do change the world. So be crazy, you will be able to change the world. I would request you all at least to hear his speech once to understand the context and appreciate better. I have given you only the gist here. You all have the intelligence and the time in your hands to change the world, and the opportunities are immense given the current circumstances. Another inspiring soul was the American novelist and poet Jack Kerouac. I don't know how many of you have known or even heard his name. He is a pioneer of the Beat generation, the so-called Beat generation, whose book, On the Road, simply celebrates every moment of living. I will just quote one of his famous statements. The only people for me are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time, the ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn like a fabulous yellow Roman candles, exploding like spiders across the stars. Such infectious enthusiasm about life and living will propel you to do great things. I would urge you to read this book. The book is called On the Road. I guess it's time for me to get back to the firm ground and talk about my company ONGC, energy, and the future of energy. India, with a per capita energy consumption of about 1/3 of global average, will have to increase its per capita energy consumption by at least 2.5 times to enter into the upper middle income group. And to achieve the HDI, the Human Development Index, level of 0.8, we have to increase our per capita energy consumption by 4 times. Thus, it's very apparent that with this kind of energy demand, and India will have to depend on fossil fuels for decades to come before transitioning into renewable energy. It is projected that fossil fuel demand will grow in India till 2040 before we see a decline in that. So oil and gas will be there for some more time. We cannot wish away. And in India, the energy transition will also have a phase in which we will change out to gas, then maybe completely into renewables. Right now, we are about 6% of our energy basket is gas, which is expected to reach about 15% by 2025. And the crude oil consumption in India is expected to grow at a CAGR of 4.66% to 500 million metric ton per annum by 2040 from 201.26 million tons in 2021 now. And India's oil demand is projected to rise at the fastest pace in the world to reach 10 million barrels per day by 2030 from the 4.9 million barrels per day now. India produces about 29.7 million metric ton of oil and 34 BCM, billion cubic meter of gas right now. And in this, ONGC's production is 64%. Again, in this 64% of domestic production, which is contributed by ONGC, the offshore produces 74%. That is 13.6 MMT of oil and 15.942 BCM of gas. That was our production from Western Offshore last year, 21-22. Thus, the offshore and its facilities play an important role in the energy security of the country. ONGC, along with having stronghold in the domestic upstream oil and gas sector, we also have a significant presence in the downstream. That is, we have a refining capacity in MRPL and HPCL. And we have an overseas arm also, ONGC Videsh Limited. It has made important strides in contributing to energy basket of our country. ONGC Videsh owns participating interest in 35 oil and gas assets in 15 countries. And we have produced 8.51 MMT of oil and 4.53 BCM of gas FY21. ONGC has also plans of pursuing green energy agenda through various alternatives. We have set a target of 10 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2040. Currently, we have a wind capacity of 153 megawatt and solar capacity of about 25 megawatt, very small to begin with. As I previously mentioned, Western Offshore region is the mainstay of our domestic production. We have more than 330 offshore platforms, and they are contributing 2/3 of our ONGC's domestic production. The recent advancement and developments in oil and gas production techniques have made possible the continued exploitation of offshore oil and gas fields using existing structures. To give an idea, In the year 1975, our reserve in the offshore, western offshore, was about 590 million metric ton of oil and oil equivalent gas. With further exploration, further accretion of reserves, it rose to 4,570 million metric ton of oil and oil equivalent gas, that is 2P reserves, by 2022. In this, the recoverable reserve is about 1798, that is 1798 million metric ton of oil and oil equivalent gas. We have so far produced 1,322 million metric ton of oil and oil equivalent gas, that is about 29% recovery. Thus, we still have a balanced reserve of 476 million metric ton of oil equivalent gas. These reserves include many marginal fields and minor reservoirs. We have also got accelerated exploration program in Saurashtra, Kutch and Kerala Konkan area, and we have got a lot of marginal fields. And recently the government has opened up about 90,000 square kilometer of no-go area, which was under defense for exploration. Thus, we have plans to ramp up western offshore production from the current 33.68 million ton of oil and oil equivalent gas to about 39 million metric ton of oil and oil equivalent gas by 24-25, and we'll be investing about 20,000 crores in capex for achieving these targets. With the recent exploration development efforts underway in western and eastern offshore in India, including the prestigious field development of KG-TWN 98/2, our domestic production is bound to go up. In exploiting the offshore oil reserves, ocean engineering, especially the offshore structures and its design in the changing climatic conditions, plays an important role. The challenges we face right now are many. Maintenance and life extension of existing platforms is one of the challenges. On the one hand, the recent super cyclone Tokte, you might have all read about it, in which we lost about 86 people in the western offshore last year, 21 May. This super cyclone has compelled us to look into the design criteria of our offshore structures, like the 100 years storm conditions, although no major damage has been done to the platforms. But on the other hand, the lower production volumes from our redevelopment schemes, as well as the existing marginal fields, make it imperative for us to look for minimum facility, low cost, low weight platforms for the future projects to become economically viable. So we are stuck between two. On the one hand, we have to make our platform stronger. On the other hand, we have to make them lighter and cheaper. We need to look for alternate material for cost reduction in our platforms. Under the industry academia ecosystem, ONGC has been collaborating with IIT Madras in general and Ocean Engineering Department in particular. Ocean Engineering Department has been providing invaluable contribution in developing high-end technical solutions and expertise development in the domain of offshore engineering. There are many more issues, challenges in the western offshore that the Ocean Engineering Department, the student, the research scholars can help us to resolve. I would like to list some of them. With the depleting reservoir and aging wells and platforms, of late we have been observing subsidence of the structures. And IIT Madras has taken up this as a project, and we are hopeful of finding the root cause and take remedial actions. Development of structural integrity management system, like the professor just mentioned, the SIMS for offshore structures in collaboration with the ONGC and IIT Madras has resulted in the development of indigenous systems under Make in India initiatives. ONGC incurs huge expenditure in the inspection of offshore jackets. There are opportunities for effective online inspection to reduce cost by utilizing sensors, digital twin, and robotic inspection. Ocean weather sea state measurement, monitoring and prediction of weather is another area which needs urgent collaboration that will not only help us to manage our operation safely in the changing climatic conditions, but will help in designing the structures for the future. There are challenges in the safe installation of platforms at locations which are prone to geohazards, like mudslide, excessive sedimentation, shallow gas pockets, as in the East Coast. Another promising area is the conductor supporting platforms using conductor as the pile, use of suction piles for moving or relocating platforms from one location to another location after the expiry of the field life. With some of the major fields approaching the end of life in the next decades, the next challenge for ONGC will be the safe and less cost-intensive decommissioning of the facilities, the platforms, the wells, and also cost-effective solutions for shifting, relocating these platforms to new locations. I can enumerate many such issues, the opportunities for you people to develop on, but due to paucity of time, I stop here. It is heartening to note that IIT Madras is also planning to start a petroleum engineering department, and we hope to derive benefits from the petroleum engineering department for improving our recovery and reduce cost of production. In conclusion, I once again take this opportunity to convey my thanks for inviting me for this degree distribution program, and I convey my best wishes to all the graduating students on this August occasion, and I look forward to your continued effort, contribution in preparing offshore oil and gas industry to successfully face current as well as future challenges and take the industry to new heights. My last advice is go out, conquer and change the world. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the inspiring speech. I think you are lucky that today you got advices from two of the best people we have. First, Chandrasekharan sir in the main convocation, and then Madhavan sir here. Both of them stress on one point. This is ace for you to try, ace for you to learn, and do not fear the failure. ONGC as a company was started when the India was against it, the world was against it, and nobody thought that India will ever have a oil producing company. And see today where is ONGC. TCS was started when everybody laughed at that what India will do in computing, what India will do in computers. And see where TCS is today. So do not fear failures. It is time for you to learn, time for you to try, time for you to experiment, and wish you all the best. Now I request our Honorable Head of the Department, Professor Nallarasu, to initiate the degree distribution program.
Why this fellow has moved? It's become blank. Right. I once again thank Madhavan before starting to give the awards. He has touched a lot of technical and necessary research activities that needs to be taken up in our department. I would like to thank again, just to mention that some of the techniques required to achieve our country's goal of self-sustenance on oil and gas. We now present the prizes and awards together with the degrees, those who have got the prizes, few of you, together. I hope you will come in order. So I will read the names one by one, and there is already a plan, so you can come and then collect it and go back to your seat. Vignesh Chellappan, PhD from Ocean Engineering. Della Thomas, Murali. Uma Shankar Behra. Okay. Uma Shankar Behra. Okay. Karthik Ramnarayan. Yes, he has been awarded Professor Vallam Sundar Prize for the best PhD thesis in the area of marine hydrodynamics and coastal engineering. How do we know who has not come? You have to tell me. Next, MS in Ocean Engineering, John Wesley Gungala. Okay. Suman Kumar. Laxman. Gunda Chandra Sai Krishna. Katyayani. No. Now we'll go to M.Tech in Ocean Engineering, Abhishek Roy. Chandan Maiti. Muhammad Iqbal. Muhammad Iqbal got a prize from American Bureau of Shipping for the best academic record in M.Tech Ocean Structures. Vedula Sai Bardwaj. Salman Faris. Christy. Srishti Raju. Inamdar Isan Hemant. He got a prize for KAV Bandalai Prize for the best academic record in MTech Ocean Technology and Ocean Engineering. Okay. Mayank Srivastava. Nupur Jain. $27. Subhans Kestarwani. Vishal. Vishal Kumar. Binish. Binish Khan. Gopi Krishnan. It's okay. Hari. Hari Krishnan. Kiran Prasad. Kiran Prasad. Megul Raj. Megul Raj. Nikhil. Nikhil. Bhardwaj. Huh? Bhardwaj. Problem. Oh, I have got it. Subhank Kamparia. Sorry. Oh, reverse. Priyanshu Bhardwaj. The next one. Where in it? 16. Okay. Subhank Kamparia. So many options. Then? Which one? Okay. Next we have BTech MTech dual degree. Mansi Kandalwal. Next. Sidesh. Oh, you know the name. Sidesh Sanjay. Sidesh Sanjay. What is his name? This one. Oh, you know the names. Srinivas. Oh, I know him. Hi. Darwat Srinivas. He is a famous person. Alamdasu Uday Prasant. Congratulations. Arundhati, no? Arundhati Chandrasekharan. Ashwini. There is some confusion. Come more into this. Ashwin, no? Ashwin Vijay. Daneshwar Pramod. You can go this way.
He's not.
Who? This guy is not there, right? Nikhil. Nikhil Sen. Surya Narayanan. Sorry. He's Manish? No, right. Nikhil Sen, no? Nikhil Sen. Next.
And now Nicholson is going. Let him finish. Now next is Manish.
Manoranjan, no? Manish Patidar. Manoranjan. Manoranjan got a prize for best project in the areas of SIP and SIP building from class NK 100 prize. Okay. Pita. Nimesh. Nimesh. Sanjeev Kumar. What about the last one? Okay. Rishabh Sanjay. Vaikantla Ashish. Okay. What do you know? Now BTech in Naval Architecture Ocean Engineering. Amaldev. Mahesh, huh? Mahesh Nayak.
Abhishek.
So this one. Abhishek Kumar. Anna Maria. Karthi Alini, she got the prize in the main convocation.
Nadana Sabhavadi.
Nadana Sabhabadi,
Abhishek Keshav.
Abhishek Keshav. Abhishek Keshav. Okay. Gautam Sai Bardwaj.
Anand.
Anand.
Vijay Sinha.
Vijay Simha. Govind, no? Govind Shukla. Murli. Murali Krishna. Okay, so the girl is there. Hari Kishore. Hari Priya. Abhijit. Lokesh Lakani. Manurag. This one is
Matthew George.
Matthew George.
Who this?
Oh, here.
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, all missing. Sari Kanam. Serious. Shreyas Raju. Om Khareswar. Om Karaswar. Vaswani. Vasnani Nasija. Vasnani Sanjay Mahesh. Which name? Sandil. Ramana Sandilya. One last PhD is added in the list. So Akhil Balagopalan, PhD in Ocean Engineering. What is your name? You came later. MTech Ocean OE2 Ocean Technology and Management, Abhishek Bardwaj. Thank you. I am very happy that today the presence of most of the BTech dual degrees compared to others. You know, but still it created little trouble. I think few of them, I don't know what happened, they have registered for getting the degree in person but did not turn up. But still, I would say that today's attendance for PhD and MS compared to BTech and dual degree is very good. I hope you understand.
I am seeing a lot of kids here, and I hope some of you will study here. Wish you all the best to the next generation. Thank you.
I request Professor Nallarasu to invite the prize winners to address the gathering for 2 minutes each.
Who are all here? Karthik Ramnarayanan, can you come and say a few words?
First of all, it's an honor to receive this prize, and it's an extra honor to receive the prize in the name of my guide, Professor Vallam Sundar sir. So I got the prize prize is tagged Vallam Sundar prize. So I'm very happy about it, and I also thank my guide, Professor Sanasiraj sir, for inspiring me, and I learned a lot of things, and he even used to repeatedly say that you had to plan. Proper planning is more important than just aspiring for publications. And I also wish to thank so many people, because my work was an experimental one. The people in the workshop who fabricated the models, and the laboratory personnel who helped me out in carrying out the experiments, and HOD sir for offering the nice facilities in our department, and also the people who assisted me in performing the experiments. And I was fortunate enough to complete my work before the corona came in. So all the experiments I completed before corona, and after corona set in, I was just writing papers sitting at home. So it was a hybrid PhD that I got, 2 years at a university and 2 years at home. So I'm very happy about it. Thanks a lot.
Muhammad Iqbal. He received American Bureau of Shipping for the best academic record in MTech Ocean Structures. Congratulations.
Finally, a physical convocation after a long time. A great appreciation to the IIT Madras administration and the Department of Ocean Engineering for making this happen. So, family, faculty, fellow graduates, good evening everyone. IIT Madras, this campus paved my path to a life which I find would be out of my imagination for a boy who gave more priority to extracurricular activities like filmmaking, photography in his bachelor's life. So I'm very much attached to this campus, and one second. I have written something. So the faculties of the department gave a proper clarity and understanding about the concepts in ocean structures. The placement team worked hard, which helped me to get a job in the field that I'm interested in. And I still continue my filmmaking and photographic activities. And yeah, I met my soulmate from the same campus. Okay, thank you. So this campus, my campus gave me everything, and I will be attached to my campus till the end. And this journey would be impossible without the support of my faculties, especially my guide, Dr. Vijay KG. And my classmates and batchmates, especially mainly Salman Faris and Prasad Shamrao Deshpande, who motivated me throughout this journey in my MTech. My friends and my families who are right now streaming this in YouTube, who are the constant supported from the beginning. And finally, my wife Shabna Tasneem, who is attending her convocation at the same time in the SAC building. Finally, thank you everyone, and once again, thank you. Okay. Thank you everyone, and thank you the administration of IIT Madras and the Department of Ocean Engineering for organizing our convocation in person. And all the best, and wish you all the best for all other my fellow batchmates and graduates. Thank you.
So Iqbal, you have found two here. Right, very good. Inamtar Isan Hemant. Best academic record in MTech Ocean Technology and Ocean Engineering. KAV Pandalai Prize. Please have a few words.
Good evening to respected chief guest, HOD sir, and all the professors present here, my friends and their parents attending this program. As a science stream kid, it is a dream of every kid to get into IIT. I cannot fulfill my dream to get into IIT for a BTech program, but now I am happy that I am getting a degree for an MTech program from an IIT Madras, which is an NRF 1 ranking institution. I would like to thank Professor Nalla Arusu, HOD of the Ocean Department, all the professors, especially my guide, Professor R. Vijay Kumar, for supporting through my research project. Finally, I would thank my parents and my friends in the IIT as well as in the previous institutes to supporting throughout my journey. Thank you.
The last one, Manoranjan, for his best project in the areas of shipbuilding in naval architecture and ocean engineering, got Class NK 100 prize.
Yeah, so good evening everyone. I'm so honored and privileged to have received this award from ONGC Executive Head Sri Madhavan. So studying at IIT Madras has been both challenging and wonderful experience. Apart from the various knowledge that we get here and the various opportunities that we get here for pursuing our interests, one thing that I personally felt was I grown as a person over the past 4 or 5 years. So I think all of us can accept this fact. So none of us are the same who have joined here before 4 or 5 years. And I would like to thank my guide who's standing here beside me, Dr. Abhilash. And I'd also like to thank my parents, and particularly for their continuous support, and particularly they have to deal with me for 1 or 2 years during the COVID time. And finally, I would like to thank my friends for their continuous motivation and their presence. I think I can surely say that Insti is incomplete without these guys. I think all of us can accept here. It will feel incomplete without these people, right? So yeah, so wish all of you very good luck as we diverge for the next phase of our lives. Thank you and have a wonderful evening, people.
On behalf of all those assembled here, I request Professor Nallai to give a memento to the chief guest, Shri C. Madhavan. I now invite Dr. R. Vijay Kumar to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening. Graceful and warm evening to our valued chief guest, head of the department, faculty, staff, parents, and most importantly, our beloved graduates, both scholars and students. It is my privilege and to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of the department, the entire fraternity who had worked to achieve this. I extend my sincere thanks to the Chief Guest Sri Madhavan Chandran, Executive Director ONGC, who spared his valuable time and graced this occasion and delivered our lectures. Happy to know that he is also from a place I also hail very near from it, Sankaran Kovil. I thank our HOD Professor Nallai for his constant guidance and support from planning and executions. I also extend thanks to all the faculty colleagues for their cooperations. Even like this could not happen in an overnight, so the wheels of starts moving much earlier, weeks ago, and requires a lot of planning and detailed bird's eye view to conduct this event. And we are all fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very dedicated and motivated volunteers. I would like to thank them all. And also I would like to thank the engineering unit for having arranged this place and all the arrangements being done. Dear graduates, you are all at the culmination of your voyage at Ocean Engineering Department by getting the BTech, DD, dual degree, MTech, MS and PhD with the world-class support of the masters and mates, the facility, the faculty and the staff. As you are all set to sail and take up the new challenges, on this occasion, I would like to wish you fair wind and following seas. And I am also happy to see that most of you have come down to Chennai to receive the degree in persons. Thanks to all of you. I fully thank for all those people who have made this event a great success. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I officially say convocation is closed.
I request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गादा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I request everyone to please be seated in their seats until the chief guest leaves. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.